strap in and get ready for After Hours with TC Restani. This is Abigail Harwich, executive producer, welcoming you to the show. And now, TC Restani!
Alrighty, welcome to the After Hours of TC Restani, the podcast. I'm TC Restani, emanating from the palatial podcast penthouse. And I got an abbreviated crew in here. We got two live in studio, Ricky Bittman and Quincy Briscoe.
Real live.
And joining us on the phone all the way from South Boston, Massachusetts, none other than South Boston Jeff, the greatest celebrity stalker of all time. What's going on, Jeff?
Hey, what's going on, peeps?
All right,
Not too much. Yeah.
We understand you're in South Boston right now because you're getting ready for the big holiday coming up, Christmas, and you're there decking the halls.
Yep, decking the halls, doing it Southeast style with my family and everything, helping out with my mom because she's got the shingles.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, tell her from all of us that we hope that she gets better very fast, will you?
Yeah, no, she can't move around as fast as we used to. And it's,
That's terrible.
Me.
Right now, shingles is worse than COVID right now, I'm telling you. That's painful.
Yeah.
That's a painful condition. My condolences, Jeff. I hope your mom gets better. Here we go, Southie. Here we go. Here we go, Southie. Here we go.
Here we go, Southie. Here we go.
That's how we used to do it in the olden days.
Unbelievable. So we're recording this just a few days. Today's actually the winter solstice, which will be the 21st day of December 2023.
Every day we get a little bit more light now, right up until June.
Really?
Yep.
And then after that, it just
It's summertime, summertime. I do like Christmas, though. I'm a little amped up. Can't you tell? I'm very festive tonight.
You are very festive
Yeah,
tonight.
because I've been depressed as hell lately, but I just came
Why?
out of it. I don't know. Sometimes Christmas hits you different times. Like, I got to wait for the Christmas spirit to come through the door, and he came in tonight and patted me right on the back.
And of course, we're doing this on the phone, and I never get anybody calling me, and now someone else is interrupting our
Who
phone
is it?
call. I'm going to decline that. So, if Jeff, you disappear, I'll call you back. Jeff, are you still there?
Okay.
I'll call you back.
Well, I'm still here. Sure.
I'll call you back.
With bells on. With bells on.
All right, good. All right. So, you were depressed. Why are you depressed there, Ricky Bittman?
It's a chemical. It's like, I suffer from this every now and then. I just kind of,
Well, if for those of you who haven't seen the picture already up on social media, there's nothing for you to be depressed about. Look at this shirt you got on there. It's
I'm telling you.
custom-made shirt.
The fans of the jukebox have spoken. This came to me anonymously through the mail, my post office box, because I can't stay at the Corner Lodge anymore. And it's a Ricky Bittman custom-made shirt. It's got my face on it and everything.
It looks like a Hawaiian shirt, but with Ricky Bittman on it.
Hawaii. It's very comfortable. It fits perfectly.
It is nice. It is a fantastic-looking shirt, and of course, it's a picture that I took.
Yeah, it's your handiwork. They took it right off the Facha Libre there.
There you go. That is fantastic on it, and you're on the front and the back.
Yeah, and Jeff, you're actually on this shirt too because I'm holding your Sonny Chiba signed sword, and you can see it clearly
Right
in the
there.
picture.
Oh, okay. Is that right? Yeah. We still we got to do an update on that because I just got more sword signed and everything. So
We got to do another Kung Fu episode this summer. Ha! Jesus, you scared the hell out of me.
So, it is the Christmas season coming up. I mean,
How are you? Are you feeling festive?
No, I never feel festive. You know when I feel festive about Christmas? After Christmas.
He complicates things.
It's just,
I've never heard anybody in the world say that.
Well, okay.
That's why you're interesting. Tell me now, why?
All right, because, it's not because I don't enjoy Christmas.
I get it.
It's just like, you have other things on your mind and you're working on different projects and it's like, oh, okay, the Christmas tree's up. I see all the lights and whatnot. And then the emotion hits you after Christmas, like, I missed it.
Oh, I get you.
But you know what? I've already done the Christmas shopping. Did you get my card in the mail?
I did. Very nice.
Thank you
You
very
went with
much.
the happy holidays, I see.
Well, I had to do with that because I had a lot of people around the country who don't celebrate Christmas and they celebrate the holidays.
F them.
I can't. Some of them I'd like. That's for damn sure.
I get it.
Especially the one who has the initials MS.
That's and you did a Christmas card. I kept saying I was going to do one, but I didn't do
Well,
one.
there's always next year.
Always. Well, with the love, with the grace of God.
I think it was said the best in that guy. If you ever seen the movie Silent Night, Deadly Night, there was a scene in that movie that it didn't mean to become epic, but it certainly did. But when the guy that closed down the store on Christmas Eve after Christmas was over, He locked the door and he went, 9 o'clock, it's over. Time to get shit-faced. It became a very epic line, and it was the same actor from The Great Outdoors, and I'm sure you know he was in Weird Science. I'm sure you know the guy.
Yeah, that was the guy who was the engineer for Davy Jones singing "Girl."
Oh, well, yeah, correctamundo, you are The Great Outdoors. He was, like he got hit by the lightning.
66 times.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was he the same guy that was in Christine? He was the owned the garage.
No.
But he was in great.
No, that was the same guy who was in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Robert Prosky.
Yeah,
I love him.
Hero. Yeah, he's great, and he was especially in Christine.
Maybe I can throw in a couple bucks.
Yeah, I love when I used to take his dialogue from Christine and crank all my mother's friends. And he goes, her friend Madeline picked up the phone one night. And she goes, "Hello," and I hit the pause button, and all she heard was, "Well, don't think about it too long. I'll throw you out in your fucking ass." And she went, "I gotta help."
I know you don't exactly got money floating out of your asshole.
And of course, his best line from Great Outdoors: "Yeah, don't drink the well water. You may get the shits from."
He was a great actor, huh?
Didn't he get his start around here? Wasn't he on Jabberwocky on Channel 5?
You're right. He was on Jabberwocky.
That's right, with Dirty Frank.
That's right.
Joe Beth Williams.
Yes,
was on
true.
that as well. So there's a lot of connections here.
Yeah,
the New England connections to Robert Prosky.
I think we were talking recently about character actors and how undervalued they. But I guess they, maybe underappreciated is probably a better word. But I mean, there's a lot of great character actors.
Jabberwocky and everything. That's the type of show I can't get any of my brothers to watch. Yeah, forget about getting a girl to watch it with you.
Yeah. Early Sunday mornings.
It was right after Captain Bob.
Yeah.
But
usually if I had a toothache,
great cast. Rowan Atkinson was great.
He wasn't on Jabberwocky.
Rowan Atkinson.
I'm talking about the one that was on Channel 5 in the 70s.
Oh,
the one with the puppet, Dirty Frank.
Oh!
It was locally produced.
Oh yeah. That was a cross production.
No, it was a Channel 5 production. It was filmed at Channel 5.
Yeah, I remember that big hairy thing.
That was Dirty Frank.
That was Dirty Frank. He looked like Bull.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, don't you remember? I'm Dirty Frank.
Even Quincy knows.
Robert Prosky was on that show at Channel 5.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And what was the name of that British show that Rowan Atkinson was on?
Mr. Bean?
You're thinking of
the Black Adder.
Yeah, Black Adder.
Oh, why am I thinking? Yeah.
Wasn't Jabberwocky a song by the Beatles or something?
Jabberwocky was also a movie produced by Handmade Films, who also produced all the Monty Python. So that's probably with the crossover.
That's probably what. Yeah, there's where I'm getting confused.
Okay.
There's two Jabberwocky.
There is.
Okay.
I'm talking about the one from Channel 5.
Yeah, but I was early with Captain Bob, Jabberwocky, Hercules, the cartoon Hercules.
And also the Baba Papas.
Yep. And Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. You remember that one? That used to be on real early.
Wait till your father gets. Until your father gets. Wait till your father gets home.
Tom Bosley was the voice.
Oh, wow. Tom Bosley.
Do you remember that one, TC?
No, I don't.
Oh, that would always be on early Sunday mornings, too. If I was sick or had a toothache, I can remember. Like one night I had a toothache, I was up all night, and I watched those in the morning.
Okay.
And then my father went out to Freem's Bakery in the corner of I and 5th Street and got these cinnamon donuts, and I couldn't eat them because I had a toothache.
Oh, that sucks.
But I remember it very clearly.
Speaking of that, hey Quincy, have you been watching the Toonie the Tuna lately? Every Saturday.
Of course.
You know the Berry family? Ever watch they're now part of the Woody Woodpecker Hour, the Berry family? Well, the Berry family with the father bear. I was just watching an episode of that the other day, and I always wondered who did the voice of the father. Now, like Bessie is now like Charlie, and it turned out to be Paul L. Smith, the guy who played Bluto in Popeye.
Oh, really? The same voice, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, local boy from Everett, Massachusetts. Paul L. Smith. He was a great actor.
What if he knows Mario?
That's a good question. Good question. But that just blew me away.
He looked like he belonged on Jabberwocky.
Yeah.
Well, these are golden
dirtier,
classic
Frank.
cartoons
Filthy
that we
Frank.
all grew up with. So you gotta love them.
Yeah, there's not many cartoons that actually gave me a gut laugh, and that one did. The berries.
Turn my
Hey,
heard a while.
Dad, there's some bum trying to climb through the window.
A
That
gut
bum
laugh.
is not-
I never cared for Woody Woodpecker. He's a troublemaker.
No.
Well,
That's what made it funny.
I don't know. He just really pissed me off, Woody Woodpecker.
So we're getting back to the Christmas theme.
Yeah.
here on the
We were talking
program.
about it earlier. Remember, bring up what you were asking about that Christmas song because it's interesting.
Okay, now what is this? Who sings that song?
Well, everybody does, but Andy Williams is my favorite.
Andy
version.
Williams.
Yeah.
And then the line was, there'll be scary ghost stories and blah, 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 blah.
Tales of the stories and of Christmases long, long ago.
Now, what do ghost stories have to do with Christmas?
Well,
and then
okay.
you smarten me up. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay. And I said to TC, what's the most famous ghost story I told at Christmas? You must know, Jeff.
Sure, Scrooge.
There you go. Even Quincy got it. We all. You didn't make that connection, and you're brilliant at making those connections.
Well,
But that's the scary ghost stories.
Okay,
Yeah,
because in the reboots that have singing now, whoever's singing them,
Yeah.
they got rid of the line ghost stories.
I want to know because they probably we don't want to scare or offend anybody.
Does that mean grandma's dead and
Yeah.
we can't talk about it no more?
that implies life after death, and we don't preach that. But not that's the ghost story.
All right, fine. Okay, now I know.
That's a very good question. Now, what is your favorite portrayal of Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol of all time?
Quincy, who did you think was the best?
Yeah, I'm going to start. Mine is humbly, it's Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
Oh, okay.
Merry Christmas.
La
Raspberry
la 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 la.
Yes, it did have a very good soundtrack. And,
It did. I have it on DVD. I can't find it.
Merry Christmas from yours truly.
There was a song in there that the woman sang, "Winter was warm, da 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 da, when the winter was warm." It was actually a very good portrayal of Christmas Carol.
Now,
It is.
Mr.
It is.
Magoo's first name was
Quincy.
Quincy.
That's right. I just pulled that out of my hat too.
That's why we're fans. That's why we're fans around here.
You know what I miss about Mr. Magoo? They don't show him. I can't find him anywhere. Is Charlie the houseboy? Remember?
You can find Mr.
Hey,
Magoo
boss.
anywhere at all. Oh,
Do you remember him?
Magloo.
Mr. Magloo. He was a
Mr.
Chinese guy.
Magloo.
Very stereotypical, but
Asian fellow. Yeah, that's probably the reason why they can't film.
yeah, but he was such a funny character. And he was smarter. See, that's the thing. He was smarter than Magoo.
Yeah, he was smart and he was harmless and everything. Kept him out of trouble.
Okay, so there we go. There's Jeff's favorite version of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol was Mr. Magloo.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Ricky Bittman, you.
I have to go with the Alistair Sim portrayal of Ebenezer Scrooge. It's the one. I believe they call that one Scrooge because there's Scrooge and then there's A Christmas Carol.
Right.
So some of the movies are called Scrooge, some of them are called A Christmas Carol. But that one is Alistair Sim, I think, hands down, does the best live action portrayal.
What year was that?
Oh, the 30s. It's
Oh, really? Was it black and white?
Oh, yeah. I think it's the best one.
Okay. All right, mine is Bill Murray in Scrooged.
Ugh.
Because he works at a TV station.
Yeah, that's true.
And
There
it
was
kinda
some hot
hits-
chicks in that.
Yeah,
too.
well, it was. But the one that I saw in person that I was very impressed with
Yeah.
was in 1991 when Patrick Stewart, Captain Picard himself from Star Trek, did a one-man portrayal of every character.
Ah, that's interesting. Even Tiny Tim, huh?
He did every character. It was amazing. Amazing. Quincy,
what's that now?
who's your favorite person to do Scrooge?
I'll have to go with like a Christmas Carol. Thank you very much. After they taught him a lesson.
I know which one it is. That
The Albert Finney version.
Albert
Yeah,
Finney,
sure.
that's right.
Because like first he comes out, and then he comes out after they teach him a lesson. After they did the version. You were gonna learn 3 times and he comes out. Thank you very much. It's the nicest thing as anyone has ever done.
For the Christmas, for the
Honestly,
Christmas.
yeah, honestly, Quincy, I thought you were going to say when they did it on Sanford and Son.
That's another one. Everybody knows a turkey, and that's after Lamont comes in. You Scrooge, you are no good. No,
Now, TC, you would like the version of...
Yeah, Lamont was all three ghosts, and all he wanted was the color TV.
Lamont.
You are very selfish. All you think of
dummy.
is yourself and your color TV.
Now, you would probably like Paul McCartney's version of a Christmas song,
Really?
Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire.
Okay.
Now, he's a very famous vegan, Paul McCartney.
Okay.
And instead of saying a turkey and some mistletoe, he goes some holly and some mistletoe.
Wow.
La, la, la.
But I have to disagree because
La, la, la.
I like turkey on Christmas.
Marsha, Will, and Holly.
On a routine expedition.
He just died, Marty Croft.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Marty
they're both
Croft.
gone, right?
No, Sid's still
Sid's
kicking.
still kicking.
He's
Okay.
94.
Yeah.
You mean the cartoon guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marty Croft.
When did you hear all this?
Just like in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, Marty Croft died.
But and you said he was
What?
94.
No. The older brother, Sid, is 94.
And how old? Like
Was Marty?
yeah,
He was, I think he was 84 or 5.
long healthy life of
Yeah, I'm going to have to put some kind of video on.
He was. I met him in New York City at one of these Comic-Cons. And I went up to him and I said, thank you for making my life, my childhood unique. And he goes, if I had a dime for everybody who said that to me, I'd be a millionaire. I go, well, aren't you a millionaire? Say what I mean.
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.
bump.
And then he starts yelling at Jackie, well, Jackie, put down the booze. It's because poor Jackie died of, alcohol.
Yeah, Jack Wild.
Jack Wild from, was it Oliver Twist, right?
He was in Oliver.
Right.
So they had Oliver Twist, and then they had the musical play Oliver with an exclamation point.
And then, of course, he played Jimmy on H.R. Puffin stuff.
with
With
the
Freddie
magic
the Flute.
Freddie the Flute. You still buy
Right,
those
that was
replicas
another
of that.
golden classic, Living Island, with H.R. Puffin stuff.
No, Freddie the Flute. He was an annoying little.
Oh,
little
definitely.
bastard.
I
Mike
don't know why
Freddie
he
the
wanted
Flute?
him back, but I guess he had... Yeah.
Jimmy, get me out of here.
If you were a flute, you would be Freddie the Flute, Quincy.
Probably.
She
Yeah.
needed a trip to band camp, Freddie the Flute.
He did.
No way he would have wound up then.
Someone needed to blow him. Wasn't Witchy Poo. She was fantastic, though, Witchy Poo. I enjoyed her very much.
I accidentally had my phone on to record while I was talking. It said, bump up, Jack, Oliver Twist. And then they had the play all with.
I kind of like to meet that Jonathan Whitaker while he's still around.
He looks like Santa Claus.
You realize he's only 63 years
Yeah,
old?
he looks rough, I got to say. I
He
mean,
looks like he's 83.
He's like all three of us put together, too.
I
He's
know.
bigger
I
than
mean,
a house.
He weighed like 2 pounds when he was
Yeah.
on that show with the red hair.
Yeah, he was always very fit.
And then all of a sudden, he looks like a bloated version of Dano from Hawaii
Yeah.
5-0.
He probably just said, fuck it, start
he
showing
looks
now.
like 50 years of hard boozing.
That'll do it.
Like, face, but I have a few of his albums. When he played that Angel, that TV show, when he was the Angel Kid.
Oh, The Littlest Angel. That was the name of that.
Yeah.
Always
the
around
Tom
Christmas
Sawyer.
time.
Yeah, Tom Sawyer. Yeah, these are Reader's Digest albums. I love my Reader's Digest albums.
Now, he wasn't on the Tom Sawyer that was on 56 with that hot blonde chick.
No. Becky.
Becky, what was her name? What was the actress's
I don't
name?
know. That's a good one.
Everybody had a hot one for
yeah,
her.
I used to watch it just for her.
Even
See if I can find that.
David Cassidy, not David Cassidy. The dude from The Incredible Hulk did Lurch. What's his name?
Oh,
Ted Cassidy,
Ted
Lurch
Cassidy.
from the
Very
Addams
good.
Family.
Yeah, he played the Indian that was
Yeah.
chasing him.
Injun Joe.
Injun Joe.
Adams.
The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Oh, no, it's animated. I can't find it. One interesting trivia about Christmas Carol. Believe it or not, Bittman did go to school.
He did. I know
And
that.
one of the things I studied was literature. And one of the classes focused on the literature of Charles Dickens in particular.
Uh-huh.
A Christmas Carol was released as a serialized story in the newspaper. That's how it came out. It was not a book.
Like a weekly cereal.
Yeah, you could. People were buying it just.
Tune
'cause
in next week and find out.
Exactly, and it was produced in a bunch of volumes in a newspaper in London. And in the class I was with, they had a preserved copy of all of them, and I got to hold that.
Wow.
The original copies of A Christmas
What did
Carol.
that feel like?
It just felt old, but they were preserved. They were wrapped, but it's still like if you're holding something that was alive back then and people interacted.
Everybody in the
with.
world knows what it is.
Yeah, and that story is just timeless.
It's like the Bible.
Yeah, it's a great message. Now, also, what is considered by most Charles Dickens experts to be the most faithful telling of A Christmas Carol? I mean, to the original story as it was written.
That I have no idea.
You're going to be very surprised. Any guesses?
I'm going to guess the Muppet Christmas Carol.
100% right, Jeff. The original.
I thought so.
That
With Michael Caine,
Yep.
yes. All
the,
right.
the actors.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
characters,
We wish you a Merry Christmas. and
everything.
Happy New.
But all of them, that is considered to be the most faithful telling of A Christmas Carol to the original libretto, I guess you call it.
Like him, but I knew because I was like in Michael Caine, who was one of my all-time favorite actors. He took that very seriously.
Yeah.
He took that as serious as playing any other Shakespearean role.
Now, if anyone listening has Disney Plus, you can go and you can access the Muppet Christmas Carol, but you can also look for the original version. So they have the original uncut version with deleted scenes, how it was originally aired.
Okay.
So look for that out there if you have
Michael
Disney Plus.
Michael Caine, he made a lot of great career choices in his life.
he did and he didn't.
Blame It on Rio, Jaws the Revenge,
What's it all about, Alfie?
The Hand. Did you ever see The Hand?
Oh, yes, I have. And yeah, he really,
How about the island when he goes fishing with his son?
I remember that. They brainwashed his kid.
Pirates.
Yep.
Yeah, by a bunch of pirates.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was a good
it
movie,
was
actually.
Okay, but very underrated.
The Swarm. He was in The Swarm.
I think The Hand was actually written by Oliver Stone.
I think you're right. I do remember that.
Yeah, it was.
What was the other thing he was? Oh, I do like him in Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
That is a good movie, but
that's
we're not
okay.
going to mention who co-stars in that.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, well, you know who does co-star in that? The Emperor from Return of the Jedi and Star Wars.
Who's he playing there?
Plays the butler.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Jeez, how did I know?
Ian McDermott, and it's directed by Yoda, Frank Oz.
There you go. I didn't know Frank Oz directed that.
He did indeed.
That's a triumph.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what else? You know what else Frank Oz directed is what was it? Analyze This and Analyze That.
No, that was Harold Ramis.
Like something having to do with. What did Frank Oz direct?
He directed the.
the Fockers? No, not the. It was something.
No, the last great movie that Frank Oz directed was The Score with Robert De Niro, Marlon Brando, and Ed Norton.
Oh yeah,
Ed Norton. Not that Ed Norton.
Oh, I'm sorry. Doesn't he know he has a wife? Sorry.
Now, coming up, are you going to do any of your annual Christmas deals that you always do there, Bill?
I didn't do a Christmas jukebox this year.
Why
I did.
not?
I just, the time wasn't there to put it all together.
Well, you had gigs in Florida for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was busy. I did the Salesian Brothers annual testimonial breakfast. Actually, no, the testimonial dinner. We did the breakfast was last year. The testimonial dinner at the top of the Birch Towers at the Tiki Ballroom, and that went over huge.
I heard you were also down at the Hotel Coral Essex
Yes.
down there as well.
Yes.
Did they fix the lights on the sign yet?
Oh yeah. No, it's beautiful now.
Okay.
Now they go around and everything.
I heard you
It's-
stayed in the Ricky Ricardo suite.
Yeah, see. As they say down
Unbelievable.
Mexico way. But yeah, no, it was beautiful down there. I love Florida. It was great to get away, get some sun.
The lady who runs that place is a dear friend of mine.
It is. She is.
Aurel Lopez, like Priscilla Lopez.
Magic carpet.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun down at the Hotel Coral
It
Essex.
sounds like I missed out on that one.
I know. I think you went to tour on the West Coast.
Probably.
This was probably about 22 years ago.
Oh, definitely then. Yeah, God knows where the
Yeah,
hell
so
I
it was fun down at Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, Fort Lauderdale's the greatest. Courtesy of the Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce.
Now, what coming up? You got any New Year's Eve gigs coming up?
That's a really good question. I was hired by, I haven't signed the contract yet, but I was approached to do a private gig for Ernie Bach, the car dealer.
Really? At the Box Center?
Yeah, but you know what the thing about Ernie Bach is? They got to pick you up, they have to blindfold you and drive you there. This is the honest to God truth.
Well, they do have a new stage door.
No, this is at his house.
Oh, his house?
Yeah. I mean, I know how to get to the Box Center for
Oh, it's
Christ's
kind of
sakes.
like Eyes Wide Shut then.
Yeah, I can't know how to get there. And you know what? I heard he did a thing once where listeners of WZLX, if you won this contest, he was putting on a show at his house. And he did the same thing to the listeners. They had to put him in a van with blacked out windows, drive him to his house. They could see the show. They could interact with his guests, eat and all this stuff. Then they had to get back. So you couldn't, he sells cars.
Nowadays, you can just turn on your iPhone and say, "Where the hell am I?"
That's true. Yeah. I didn't think of that. Maybe you know what? They probably take those too.
Or they have some magnetic field around his house.
They probably make you put them in those boxes and they lock them. So that's
in a lockbox.
And that's why I haven't given him my answer yet for New Year's Eve.
All right, but if you do sign the gig, what song are you going to sing?
I have a new song, actually. It's an old song from, I can't remember the actor's name, but let me see if I can remember it. I remember the day I was born. It was on a cold and frosty winter's morn. The doctor said I was a chubby chap. And when the nurse, she set me on the lap, oh, she washed me all over, I remember, and powdered me all over tenderly. Then she put me in the cradle by the fireside, in the little shirt my mother made for me. Isn't that lovely?
Who's that, Benny Hill?
I don't know.
It sounds like
But
Benny
imagine
Hill.
if he pays me, and I do that, and I say, good night, everybody, and walk right on stage. Give him the old, thank you.
Then all the lights are going to go off. You're going to get dragged out, and you're going to be like freaking Liam Neeson in Taken 5 or something.
My drone is going to come down and pick me up and fly me right over the house. And he's probably like 3 blocks from here. Like, goddamn.
Hey, Jeff, what are you doing?
Yeah, what the hell are you doing?
Are you eating something?
Something's eating Jeff.
Yeah. My munchies. Well, fruit snacks and gummies. I mean, it's just like I'm there for real. You know?
Well, it's always going to sound in 20 years.
It's being amplified weird on your phone. It sounds like you're eating tinfoil or something, making Jiffy Pop.
Oh, okay.
He's making braces out of gum wrappers.
I'm just helping my mom with the laundry. I'm glad I'm here, but
Okay.
I'm glad I'm you guys too.
Now, are these some of your funny candy?
Yeah, but these are actually Welch's fruit snacks because my mother's connected to that family. You know?
Really? Oh, that's right. Your cousin, the boxer, Peter.
Yep. Yeah. Like her grandmother was related to the Welches who came over here from Canada, and they made the first non-fermented fruit juice.
Wow.
The first non-fermented fruit juice in the world. Everybody else was making wine, so all the Welch's fruit juice became big with hospitals and everything. So we were the first family that started it.
That's great. I would like to have some Lisa Welch juice.
Ba-dum-bum.
So would I.
I was trying to find the origin of the word Welch.
Welch.
The Welch on a back.
She just looks like she pees warm apple cider.
Oh.
Next time we see her at a convention, we should say, "Listen, Blair, do you pee warm apple cider?"
It's a fair question.
I mean, it's it's nothing. We're not asking anything too personal. I mean, she is a public figure anyway.
She's a very nice figure.
When I met her at a convention, I asked her if she ever seen the movie Silent Night, Deadly Night, because the actress who played the mother in that looked just like her.
What was her answer?
She said, yes, I hated it. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? She was like, I hate that movie. When it came out, everybody said, hey, did you know the Blair from the Facts of Life is in this? And everybody checked it out, but it was an actress who looked just like her. I don't know who, but showed her getting raped by Santa.
Oh, that's right, in the beginning.
Yeah. Lisa Welch, it did end up going to see it. And it was like watching yourself get raped on the big screen.
It was like a big mirror on the screen, right? It was like that episode. It was like that episode of The Facts of Life, but when Natalie got raped, it wasn't Blair.
and Jeff, I was just telling TC about the scene in Female Trouble, Christmas morning, when Dawn runs out of the house and basically Divine rapes herself right after that because she plays both roles, the raper and the rapist and the girl getting raped.
Right, that's correct.
That's some quality editing right there.
What a cheerful episode we have here. We're talking about a clone of Blair getting raped in Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Now it's time to renew ourselves and talk about the real joy of the Christmas season.
It was good that I clarified that with her. I was like, so what'd you think of that? She looked at me and she was like, I hated it. Oh, my God. Because it was like seeing herself getting raped on the big screen.
She probably got off to it.
She did. Her husband did, anyway.
Which, now I'm going to have to go find that scene on YouTube.
Yeah.
I have to see this now.
Christmas rape.
Whoever, the actress had a great set of tits and a great set of boobs.
Tits and boobs.
But I love Lisa Welch. I'm glad you brought her up and everything. But
she's the perfect stocking stuffer.
Oh, yeah, she certainly is.
More perfect than Tootie?
Of course.
Tootie?
I just want to pinch her cheeks and not the ones on her face.
You'd like Tootie?
I was just asking. Just trying to be inclusive.
Well, we can't forget the motorcycle girl. As long as we're doing the facts of life bit, we can't forget Joe.
Joe?
It's like, well, she rides a motorcycle.
She's a man. She's a man, baby.
You know who played her father on The Facts of Life?
Oh. Was it, what's his name? Devane? Bill Devane?
No, it wasn't.
Why
no.
did I think it was?
No, it wasn't Bill Devane.
Tom Skerritt.
As we hear Jeff sucking down his
What
Welch's.
the Christ is he doing? Sounds like an alligator's chewing his arm. Oh, wait a minute, there is.
Her father was played by Alex Rocco, who played Mo Green in The Godfather.
Oh, he looks a little like Devane. Those big choppers.
Who grew up in Medford,
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
that's right.
Right down the street.
He was banging cocktail waitress 2 at a time.
There you go.
People couldn't get drinks, for Christ's sakes.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Mo Green.
I was making my bones when you were banging cheerleaders.
Mike, you do not come to Vegas and talk to a man like Mo Green like that.
Fredo, I love you. You're my brother. But don't ever go against the family again.
Ever.
Something to that effect.
Fa la 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 la.
La, 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 la.
Favorite Christmas movie, Bittman?
Jesus. I mean, I don't
Well,
want
it is about Jesus because it's Christmas.
Yeah.
It's his birthday.
That's like Christmas movie. I don't know. One thing that's coming to mind. Well, I got to go with It's a Wonderful Life. I really do. I
Really?
mean, it's long and everything, but it really is a good movie.
You ever see the X-rated version, Tits a Wonderful Life?
I try. But no, Alfalfa was in it.
Really?
Alfalfa Schweitzer was not in the one that you're talking
Okay,
about.
no, he was not, no.
Donna Reed, gorgeous. It's just a great movie. It really is very heartwarming.
All right.
I love that movie.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, so it's a good Christmas. If you're not feeling it, that movie will do it. It is long though. That's the only thing. But
Quincy, your favorite Christmas movie?
How about A Very Brady Christmas?
You son of a bitch. That's mine also. I love that movie.
Well, they made a good comeback. When they're all mature adults. And,
Silent Night, Deadly Night, A Very Brady Christmas. The hell was going on here?
Actually, A Very Brady Christmas was on this past week. Jeff, did you watch it like I did?
Yes, I was there. Of
course he did.
Of course I watched it.
All right, let's go on.
How do you know these are on TV? There's no TV guide anymore. How did the three of you get to watch this movie?
Because I watch MeTV, and on Sundays they have the Brady Brunch, and they were publicizing it. Now, Jeff, you've seen the movie. Everybody here, have you seen the movie, Bittman?
I have not.
Okay, all right. I'm not going to give any spoilers because I'm sure you're never going to see this movie.
Well, you never know, but I don't mind being spoiled.
All right, the premise of the movie is, in the beginning of the movie, Mike and Carol want to give each other trips to like Greece and Japan without them knowing it, right? So they go to the bank and get all the money out, and then someone thinks they stole the money, and they go to the travel agency, and there's no money left in the account, and they find out that they're going to give each other gifts. So they decide to take all that money and bring all of the family home for Christmas for the first time in like a million years, right? All right, Alice shows up because Sam kicked her out or something, right?
Really?
Right.
That's interesting.
She comes to the door all crying. The acting in this is pretty piss poor. I'm not going to say it. It's
Just
great.
the idea of Alice getting divorced.
Well, she got divorced. She just like left them.
Why'd you have to go and say Sam?
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the guy from Slapshot is really fond of this on his resume.
Who, Killer?
He looks fun.
What's his name?
Looks
I used to know his name.
Well, he also did the voice of Snuggle the Bear
Yeah,
on the fabric softener commercials.
Shit, why they can't pull the name
I
out?
think it was also Fred on Scooby Doo.
No, that was a Wexler there.
Oh, okay.
But we'll come back.
Hauser, Jerry Hauser.
Jerry Hauser
Very
is exactly
good.
name.
I'm getting better. That Ginkgo biloba's kicking in.
He played Marsh's husband, Wally Logan.
Yeah, Wally.
I did that without Google.
You did. I know. I will admit.
You
that.
watched me burning the logs, but I
So
did it.
the whole story is all the kids have problems. Like,
Okay.
Bobby quit school to become a race car driver.
Oh, yeah. I heard about this.
Jan and her husband are having marital problems.
Yeah.
Wally loses his job at the toy company.
Who's Wally?
Jerry Hauser. Marsha's
The guy we were just talking about. So much like Ginkgo biloba.
Marsh's husband.
All right. Yeah.
Cindy is all upset because, she wasn't invited home. She was told to come home. And
She was supposed to go on a ski trip.
right, and it wasn't the original Cindy. It wasn't Susan Olsen. It was the chick from Ghostbusters.
It was
Is it
Jennifer Runyon. Jennifer Runyon.
Exactly. Who's, in my opinion, a better Cindy?
Yeah, she was. And she was in Falcon and the Snowman, too.
Up the creek.
Up the creek. Oh, I was just going to say that.
But she's never been naked in a movie, though.
Let's do something about
She's
that.
been close. She still looks freaking phenomenal.
I bet she does.
All right,
I bet
so
she does.
so the Ebenezer Scrooge in this movie is an architect, a developer by the name of Ted Roberts, who was one of the captains of one of the starships in Star Trek 3. So what happens? Him and Mike get in a little argument about some structure of a building. So Mike is carving the turkey on Christmas Day. The phone rings. Alice answers it. Even though she's not the maid anymore, she still pretends to be the maid.
Well, give her something to do.
So they're like, oh, it's an emergency phone call. And he's like, I have to go to this. So he goes to the building. The building collapses down on top of a la 9/11, right? So they're all sitting there. Mike is trapped.
This is on Christmas Day?
This is on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
The security guards who were in the building miraculously get out. Don't know how.
No.
And they show Mike underneath the building. All right. It's like that. It's like that movie 9/11 with Nicolas Cage, where he's
I
trapped
get
under
you.
there.
I
So
get
it's pretty
you.
much like that. So the way he gets out, we don't know how, but all the Brady start singing, Silent Night or what was it?
No, it was Come On Ye Faithful.
Come all ye faithful. And for some miracle, he comes out of the building unharmed.
Yeah, because they recalled that episode, the original, when Carol lost her voice and had to sing at the choir.
Yeah.
So they recalled on that memory, and stupidly enough, everybody started singing "Come On, Ye Faithful," and it worked. The miracle again, the Brady miracle, Christmas miracle.
I always thought, for some reason, that the miracle in that movie was Bobby got in a car accident.
No, that was in the Brady
That was
series.
the Brady 500.
Right.
Oh, okay, all right.
But here's the thing when I was watching.
Can I ask you one quick question? Was Marsha, the original Marsha, in this movie?
All the originals except Sam
good.
and Cindy.
Okay.
Okay, everybody else is original.
Gotta have my Marsha.
All right. Now, here's this. Watching this, I was sitting there. I was enjoying it, even though it was kind of corny and cheesy.
Yeah. You started bawling.
No. Who's doing construction on Christmas Day?
Who?
I don't know.
You don't know?
But why,
Maybe that's why the building fell down.
But why was Ted Roberts, the guy who the white dude, the architect? Why was he there on Christmas Day?
He's type A. He's a go-getter.
Oh, well, okay, but I'm just saying that it just made no sense. Now, Mike didn't sue anybody for a building
Of
coming
course
down.
he didn't. He's a nice guy.
He went back home to carve the turkey, and then Greg's wife showed up, who was played by a real hottie at the time, Karen Richmond, who played the new Gidget.
Okay, I remember that.
All right,
Yeah.
she's still good looking.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
bless her, Karen Richmond. If you're out there listening,
I think Mike was having a clandestine affair.
with who? With Sam?
The building was full of nothing but security guards. Remember Sopranos?
Oh, yes, yeah, that's right. Remember what was it? Finn saw them.
Yeah, Finn the dental student.
Finn, look like she. Doesn't he look like Shaggy?
I mean, really, Mike, I gotta go. It's Christmas Day. I gotta go.
You realize he was only 59 when he died, Robert Reed?
Jesus.
He looked like, in A Very Brady Christmas, he looked like he was 75.
Well, I think the AIDS had him.
And, well, I think he also, they aged up his hair
Yeah,
and
and they
whatnot.
wigged him up probably. That was probably a wig.
But, so The Very Brady Christmas, looking back on it, I enjoyed it as a kid. I watched it again over the weekend. It's very, very corny, and you kind of like cringe how corny it is.
Yeah. I'm cringing. I didn't even
And
see
you just
it.
want to like smack some of them around in it.
It was good, though. It was corny, but funny. It was something you could sit back,
We still will watch
relax, and enjoy.
Yeah, well, it was corny when it came out in 1988.
Yeah.
Now in 2023, it's like,
Yeah, but they kept sending Alice back in the kitchen to look for the pies, and she kept going, coming
It's a
back.
good time to talk about the missing pies.
Yeah, look, I'll search again for the missing pies.
and who dresses in three-piece suits for Christmas dinner?
Not
Obviously,
me.
they do.
Boy, you're really heavy defense of this family.
Yeah, and Peter was wearing an Ebenezer Scrooge a la nightgown with a cap and all.
Oh, a nightshirt. I used to wear those.
Yeah, with the gown and the cap.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. I was like, well, of course, that's the Scrooge outfit.
I keep my bedroom very cold. You must do that,
Air
right?
conditioner still on.
Okay. Now, I know why people are wearing those caps because I put sometimes I put the sheet over my top of my head because
Right.
that's where all your body heat goes,
Right
right?
on your head, right.
And I put that over, it warms me up. So I know that's why the people back in those days, none of those houses were insulated. They have no heat or anything.
Well, they
like
didn't
that.
have to. It was California.
Well,
right
I'm
there.
talking about when people used to wear those things
okay.
to bed. We're going way back.
now,
Everybody's
now,
Scrooge days.
now, like you said, you like to keep the room cool, right?
Yeah,
now, if you're under the covers and you feel a little too warm, do you stick one foot
One
out?
foot is all it takes.
and it just absorbs the cold air.
It just cools your whole body
right.
down.
It's awesome. It's
Yeah.
like a weird thermometer or something.
As I get older, though, I find I do need. I don't have an electric blanket. I have an electric heated mattress pad that goes over the mattress.
Oh.
And like a couple hours before I go to bed, I put that on high, and then as I go in, I shut it off because I can't sleep with it on. But it's just nice and toasty.
Is it?
And I go right to sleep.
You flip the pillow to make it cool.
Yep. Sometimes, yeah.
How is that possible?
I don't know.
It's a miracle of modern science.
But it works. I mean, when you're tired, you just don't ask questions. You just go right in.
I do. I enjoy those things. But I've been watching Jeff. I don't
Sounds
know.
like you're enjoying your sleep again. That's good.
Well, I got the mask, right?
Yeah, that's
Every once
good.
in a while I wear it. Sometimes it bothers me.
But you're sleeping better.
But I've been watching, Jeff. I don't know if you've been watching. Have you been watching the Round the Clock Little House on the Prairie marathon?
I haven't.
No, I haven't. I've seen them all, but I haven't seen all of the Waltons. So
Okay.
I'm catching up on the Waltons right now. But I do feel you. Love Little House. Always have.
Now I
Great acting.
I forgot about this episode. It was a 2-part episode when they had to move to the big city, and they befriended the Scarecrow, Ray Bolger.
Ray Bolger from Dorchester, Mass.
His name was Toby No on the show, and he was a drunk.
Wow. I wish the Scarecrow drank
He did.
in the movie, though.
Oh, okay.
That would have been awesome.
He did after he got what he needed a brain, right?
Yeah.
So he needed to get rid of some of those brain cells.
So he could soak it in booze. Remember the Archie Bunker, every time the guy kept calling the house the wrong number? He goes, no, listen, buddy, your brain is soaked in booze. He said that to the guy that kept calling. Now, there's an old Christmas sitcom, a downer episode. Remember that one, Jeff? The All in the Family Christmas episode where the female impersonator got mugged with Mike. They went. Mike was going out to get something at the store. And
I
he was
don't
walking-
remember that one. No.
Oh, okay. Archie Bunker had the cab. You remember he used to drive Munson's cab?
He did, yes.
And a woman passed out in the back of it, and he gave her the kiss of life, brought her back to multiple resuscitation. All the cabbies had to learn that in New York City as a law. So he thinks he's a hero. Come to find out, it was a male and female impersonator. Archie, he didn't like
Yeah,
this.
a lot of people thought it was divine.
I know, I did too when I was a kid, but it definitely was not.
Yeah, but it definitely, but it looked a lot like her and sounded a lot like her.
Beverly
too.
LaSalle was the name of when he was a woman.
Triaro LaSalle Red Gray.
Those were the days.
That's funny. I never put that together. But then you fast forward like a couple years later, they did a Christmas episode where Beverly came back and now she's a big star.
Right.
She invited them all to her Christmas Eve show or something, or New Year's Eve show or whatever. And she's visiting Edith. She goes out to go back to the city. She has to catch a bus. And Mike says, well, I'll walk you to the bus stop. I have to go to the store to get something. And the two of them are mugged, and Beverly LaSalle dies.
Uh-oh.
And Edith loses all faith in God and won't go to church and all that. It was a very moving Christmas episode. Sitcoms.
I'm sure you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah, it was very sad.
Speaking of that, Norman Lear died since the last podcast.
Yeah. You know what his secret to longevity was?
Was it what Ernest Borgnine used to do?
Nope.
What was it?
It's something gratitude.
Gratitude.
He professed having gratitude in his life. He's been interviewed many times, and he always said that to live with what would be the other gratitude? Would just be grateful. To be
Okay.
grateful for the things you have in life, and not focus on the things you don't. He's just heavily
That's
grateful.
absolutely great. I absolutely agree with him. And I just bought Alice Cooper's latest album, and he dedicated it to all his fans. And it's called The Road, and it's all about the road that you go down and like at the hard road, and it's dedicated to all the fans who have never given up on Alice and who have by him throughout the years.
I got a couple buddies who met a lot of rock and
It was a
rollers.
treat to listen to, and it felt like all the songs, and it felt like it was just for me, because he has the original guitarist from the 80s back on guitar, Kane Roberts.
I saw that. I saw your post on Facebook. Very, very touching. You had a very nice post about Alice. But I had a couple buddies who were very into Alice Cooper, and they met a bunch of rockers in their day. They said the nicest celebrity and rocker, roll them all into one, hands down, was Alice Cooper.
Well,
the nicest guy.
Because he was in the corner of Jake the Snake Roberts at WrestleMania 3.
Look at Alice. He looks like he's been working out. Shut up, Jesse.
TC met him. I've met him. Me and TC have met him multiple times, I would say.
The last time we met Alice Cooper was about, I'm going to say 2016.
You 18?
It was about 2016 or 17, and we were at the Rhode Island Comic-Con. And the little girl who played 11 on Stranger Things,
Bobby Brown.
Bobby Booby Brown, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She was down there, and she was like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
And we were sitting there, and we were watching all these perverts in line, giving her flowers and candy. And he was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
This is Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
So, what's his real name?
Vincent Bernier.
Oh, he's a French guy.
Vinny.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Millie Bobby Brown, I went to see -1 last night.
Oh, really? The Godzilla one?
Yes.
Was she in that?
No, but the ones that the American versions.
Right.
I don't know if you guys saw those.
I saw the one where they destroyed Fenway Park.
Yeah, okay. Now that was one of them. Then there was the one with Bryan Cranston. Then there was the one with Millie Bobby Brown,
Right.
which was the one they destroyed Fenway. Then they had King Kong versus Godzilla.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I couldn't understand one thing that was going on in all three of those movies. I didn't understand.
And
the
they were in
plot.
English.
Yeah, in English. But this one, it's in Japanese. It takes place at the end of World War II. It's a simple story. When you find out what their plan is to kill Godzilla, it's as if Quincy came up with it.
Well, if you listen to our good friends over at Talking Toku, they talk about it.
I'd like to know what they thought of it.
They loved it.
It was absolutely Godzilla never looked better. All the Godzilla scenes were filmed in the daylight. You'd swear he actually was a real person. It was just amazing.
Oh, well, I'll have
Go
to check
see
that
it.
out.
Don't wait for TV. Go see it on the big screen. You're laughing at.
What are you laughing at, Quincy? You're not a fan of Godzilla?
No, that's
Godzilla!
Godzilla.
You probably watched that. You probably watched that cartoon that was on NBC in the 70s.
I watched that too.
Godzilla and Godzuki.
I probably did. I'm just, trying to get in the spirit of everything.
You and Jeff should go see that.
But one more thing about Alice Cooper is the very first time we met him, also the very first time we met the almighty Mario.
That is true. That was at Spooky World, 1997, out in Berlin, Mass. I mean, it was, Mario, if you're listening, get in contact with us. We want to talk to you again.
Come to Berlin, Mario.
That was the day that Alice Cooper was freaked out by him and made him go.
I can't blame him one bit.
It was absolutely freezing, and Mario just shows up in a leather jacket. That's it. No jacket underneath it and everything.
Yeah, he had shorts on and everything. It was like the middle of October.
God bless him.
And it was freezing.
There, but for the grace of God.
But yeah, Alice Cooper's a good guy.
No more, Mr. Nice Guy. He said, "You're sick. You're obscene."
My favorite thing Alice Cooper's ever done was the man behind the mask for Friday the 13th Part 6.
Of course.
Other than WrestleMania 3, obviously.
They should make a version of Scrooge with all heavy metal guys. Like he could be one of the ghosts for Christmas Past.
He could.
Rob Halford could be.
He looks like a demonic version of Jimmy Hart anyway.
Yeah. Heavy Metal Christmas.
Alice has got a sunken chest monsoon.
Oh, speaking of Jimmy Hart, any interest in the Iron Claw movie?
The Von Erich movie?
Yeah.
I will see it. I'm not going to go to the movie theaters and see it.
Oh, come on.
Because it's a television movie. It should be seen on the television. Now, the thing the casting of it, I've heard nothing but rave reviews about it. Yeah. And Zac Efron is really good as Kevin Von Erich, even though it's nothing like him.
Yep.
And Kerry Von Erich is played by Lip from Shameless.
Yeah.
I mean, Kerry Von Erich was 6'4" and looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Was Kerry that tall though?
He was at least 6'2". Yeah, I mean, he was a big dude.
Because that kid is short.
He is short. Lip is a great actor.
He is. There's no question. I'm watching The Bear with him in it right now.
Jeremy White is his real name.
Oh, is it? Jeez, you think I would know.
And when I saw it, I was like, wait a minute, Lip is playing Kerry Von Erich. You know what? They said Batman couldn't be played by Michael Keaton.
It's true. So I appreciate you giving him a chance. I think it's going to be good.
He's a fantastic actor. Yeah. Like I said, Shameless is one of my favorite shows. Not just because Emmy Rossum is fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, no,
but the show itself is awesome.
I'm back to Shameless now. I'm in season 2.
All right.
I'm going through.
And Lip is one of the greatest characters on that show.
And I'm just so glad that I get to experience this. I know nothing about Shameless.
Right.
I'm experiencing this all for the first time. I don't know anything that's going to happen. Nothing. Every episode is brand new to me.
It's awesome.
How many seasons do you think?
There were 10.
Yeah, it's a long, huh?
Right.
Wow.
It was. I mean, when I first started watching it, I didn't watch it when it was originally on Showtime.
Yeah.
Someone said, you got to watch the show. It's awesome. You're going to love it. And I turned it on for the very first time, Christmas Day, 2016 on Netflix.
I love your memory.
And I binge watched the 7 seasons that were on there in like a week.
Wow.
I couldn't get I was addicted to this show.
I fell away from it for a while because it was around the time Tasha and I were experiencing just some problems. She was her health issues and stuff, and so it reminded me of that. So then I said, you know what? All right, enough time has passed. I went back to it, and I fell right back into it.
It's great. What episode were you on?
I'm on the one with they just the little girl, the little Amish girl that the V and the guy downstairs adopted.
Okay,
she's gone.
She's going out with the black kid.
Yeah, but she's gone. She left.
Okay.
They're looking for her, and Frank they think Frank's skating away with murder because they think he might have killed that hot little chick's father that he sank himself, Bill Murray's brother.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm right around that time right now. And what's his name came back from Brazil.
This is season 2.
Yes.
Right.
He's back from Brazil, the guy that she liked, and he went away and because he...
The car thief?
Yes.
Okay.
He's back. And... the girl that took a shine to her kept making out with her all the time. She got kicked out by her husband, and she's trying to move in with them, and they said no. Oh, and Nurse Ratched. Who's her name? What's the actress's name? Nurse Ratched.
Louise Fletcher.
Yeah, she's back as Frank's mother, and he's washing her and everything.
Now the one that the one that was making out with Emmy Rossum.
Yeah.
She was in Rat Race, wasn't she? What was that actress's name?
I don't know, but she's smoking.
But that was the scene where Emmy takes off her clothes and she gives her the dress to put on.
Yes.
I paused that many times.
Yeah. But now she's kissing her and saying, well, my husband threw me out. Can I stay here? And she's like, no. And they got real nailed.
Isn't Amy something, I think the actress's name?
don't know.
She was in the movie Rat Race.
You know who the hottest one on the show is? And I know Emmy, okay, but that V who lives downstairs, boy, is she a smoke show. My God.
Yeah. I mean, that show.
How did that guy end up with her? That's what I want to know.
Smart. Amy Smart is the name?
Amy Smart.
Ah, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah, because she got naked in Road Trip for the very first time.
Nice.
Now that was the one where they went to the St. Patrick's thing, right?
I'm not there yet. No.
Okay.
Nothing with St. Patrick's Day. I can't wait for the Gallaghers and what's their name? Gallagher?
Yeah, the Gallaghers.
The Gallaghers celebrating St. Patrick's Day. That's going to be something.
You're going to love. I mean, how many episodes has Louise Fletcher been on so far?
I think maybe 3.
Oh, she's fantastic.
I just seeing him take care of her, though. I was like, wow, there's another side to Frank.
Right.
You know, so I thought he redeemed himself.
So I'm glad you're watching that show.
Yeah.
Jeff, have you even watched this show yet?
Yeah, of course, and everything. But I'm not I don't once I have the time, I'm gonna binge watch it myself. I need to spend more time with it. Definitely, I love Emily Rossum.
Yeah,
she's phenomenal. Ooh, she's
in my opinion,
William H. Macy is absolutely fantastic.
He is. He's hands down one of the greatest.
In my opinion, this is the second best show of the 21st century behind Breaking Bad.
Okay, I'll give you that.
All right?
Because I do love my Breaking Bad.
I concur.
In my opinion, when Emmy leaves the show, and
I don't want to know what season that is because I want to be surprised.
In later seasons,
I want to be surprised by that.
trust me, you have a long way to
That's
go
what I figured.
before she takes off. It just wasn't the same.
Yeah,
it wasn't the same.
But I'm going to go all the way through it though.
Yeah, but it's still a good show.
Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, they should have ended it at like the 7th or 8th season.
Yeah.
In my opinion, not just because she left or anything like that. Just the writing seemed like they mailed it in.
Yeah, that's too bad.
But Frank was still awesome.
Yep.
Frank was always awesome on that show.
And I like the little kid there.
Carl?
Carl's the balls.
Carl is one of my favorite characters on the show. His arc from being that little terrorist kid to where he ends up is like.
Oh, I can't wait.
You know, and Debbie, she's such a scumbag in some of these episodes.
Now Debbie's the little redhead girl. Really?
The little angel in the beginning of the
she's
show.
A doll, my God.
Oh, you ain't seen anything, yeah.
I can't wait. Quincy, it's like Christmas Day all over again.
You're going to watch it on Christmas Day. Fantastic. I even tweeted to Emmy once. I said, listen, I want to be adopted to be a Gallagher.
What did she say? Did she answer?
She didn't respond. Because she probably got that about 8 million times.
That's true.
But if any family I would want to be adopted by, that would be it. Just because it would always be something interesting going on.
And they always had each other's backs.
They did.
You know, even the most rich families, they screw each other over a lot.
No. You know, Gallagher's always pay back their debts.
Yeah,
it's like
just
Goonies.
like the Lannisters.
It's like Goonies never die.
That's right. Those goddamn Goonies.
Unbelievable. So wrapping it up, we got any big plans for the for the post-holiday. Bittman?
No, real. It's gonna be quiet. One of my jukebox listeners, my buddy Quick, and I, we're gonna go see Iron Claw.
Really?
I'm gonna go down his neck of the woods, and we're gonna go see Iron Claw one night after Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's.
Okay.
Because he's got a young boy. His young son Brady has no interest in this whatsoever.
Okay.
Loves professional wrestling as it is. He's a young kid now, but this is not on his radar.
Oh, hopefully they'll gig at it.
What?
Gig. They blade themselves.
Oh, I definitely. But you know what? Before we go, there's a couple things. I never knew that Kerry Von Erich lost part of his foot.
He did on a motorcycle.
I
accident.
never knew that.
And
I knew a lot about the Texas wrestling back in the day.
It happened, I think, in '86.
Yeah, it was a motorcycle
And
accident.
all the time when he was in the WWF, he would show up to the arena already with his boots on.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Do
I
you know
did.
how we found out that he didn't have a foot?
Didn't it happen in a match or
It
something?
did with Colonel De Beers.
The Beers, that's what I read.
He pulled it off and he turned white.
Yeah.
He was like, "What the fuck happened?"
With the rest of you. It was like his
Kerry's
foot was
foot?
cut in half or something like that.
He had from the ankle down. It was all prosthetic.
And the youngest Von Erich was
Chris. Yeah.
He's not in the movie.
Well, he would have been about 10 in that movie anyway.
he's part of the whole curse.
Yeah, but he
thing.
didn't do it until in like the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
But
when
Kerry
this-
did it after him.
Kerry, yeah, he did it in '91,
Yeah.
and Kerry killed himself in January of '93.
Yeah, and-
Right.
but they said it wasn't because they said they just couldn't fit it in, so he had to be taken out of the movie, which I thought was kind of sad.
You know what? Now I'm going to have to go see this by myself because no one I know wants to go.
Yeah,
would ever wanna see
exactly.
this
See,
movie.
and you're going to be working because we're going to have to go right after work.
Right.
You're always busy.
Oh, sorry. You know, we never close, so I have to do
That's
these
true.
things. I will definitely see this.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
All right. Well, there
But
we go.
and you guys will go to like some midnight show for crazy. Like, I'll be
Right.
sound asleep.
Make sure you tell your mother, get better from all of us.
I certainly will. And, me and my brothers are going to, on Christmas, we're going to hang out, watch the Dial of Destiny and eat some prime rib. And it's going to be magical, I hope.
No Kowloon Christmas Eve this year?
We've done our Kowloon Thanksgiving. So
He doesn't want to get stabbed.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, gee, well, I was up there recently and there were no
Let
stabbings.
me tell you, we were there the night after the big brawl, the big fight and everything. And I was talking to Lon, who was working the bar, and she had that 1,000-mile stare in her eyes because she's seen some shit. She's seen the real shit.
Yeah, that was
She had
bad.
like they said in the movie Full Metal Jacket, the 1,000-mile stare.
Yep.
When you've seen it all. She had it. She had it on her. But as far as Christmas, yeah, going to hang out with my brothers. They haven't seen the Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny yet, so we're going to chill out, watch that, chow on some prime rib. It'll sound pretty magical to me.
Nice.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from all of us. Please drive home carefully because there's a lot of cuckoos on the road, and because we want you back here in one piece next year, which is going to be coming pretty damn quick. So anything else to add?
God bless us.
God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
God bless us, everyone. And remember, we never close.
Bah humbug.
Humbug.
Fuck you, you bastard.
Yeah, who needs you?